Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Light. Today we are going to show you the differences between the 500 and the 1100. The lighting and stuff is very similar. The difference is that one's red and that one's white. When you hit it, it turns red. For the rear axle, there's a nut on this one. There is not on there. It's actually collared. Exhaust, both of them are not stock. Passenger pegs are very similar. The back end of this bike, the 500, is actually a lot more narrow. So if you look, they kind of stick out a little bit further than those ones. Those are a little bit more flat. It's around the same height. Both of these have the Mustang seat. They're pretty similar. He has forward controls and bars. I have bars, but they're shorter. Overall, it's very similar as far as approachability. If you're looking at potentially buying a 500, they're pretty much the same. The 1100 is not much bigger as far as an overall footprint. Front tire is a little bit thicker. Front brakes are almost sport bike brakes. They do have the collars. These ones are a solid brake. You don't get the braking power that you would on that. Upside down forks, these ones are not. They both have LED lights. Both rads are very similar. The 1100 is obviously bigger. So rear suspension, they're piggybacks on the back of the 1100. There's what, five-point adjustment on that. How many adjustments do they have on that? 28. So like 528. They're very similar styling. Like they're both classified as Rebels, but I mean the 1100 is so much more of a bike. And no shade, like I love the 500. I love my 500, but the 1100 has a lot more punching power. So the gauge cluster on the 1100 has a tack. You have a lot more information on here. You have your riding modes and that type of stuff, where the 500 does not. There's all kinds of stuff on here. And if you did have the heated grips are like here. It actually comes up right where that clock is. It actually gives you that as well. The bottom tree is a dual pinch, where that one's only a single. It's overall, it's very similar, but there's enough differences to make it a completely different bike, where the 500 and the 300 are very similar. The 1100 has a lot more differences. If you like the channel, if you like the content, give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe. And until next time, guys.